What's up guys, I'm Jason, aka Captain Nasty, your muscle captain. Welcome to Anchored in Muscle, where we are finding ways to help people for free with their weight loss, muscle building, and wellness goals. You know, a lot of the people I work with, in fact, most of the people that I work with, they work on a boat. They spend most of their time either working out on a boat with a limited amount of weights. Maybe they work out at home. Maybe they travel. They don't always have access to a full gym, somewhat like I have here. And the equipment that they have is very limited. You're always going to hear, you got to go heavy. You got to go heavy. And that's true, but it's also relative. So what do you do in a situation where you have very limited weights? Maybe you don't have a spotter, so going super heavy is actually not safe to do. What can you do to get the most out of your training when all you have is very light weights? In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 advanced training tips that can take your training with light weights to the next level, making sure you get maximum intensity out of each workout. Here we go. So no matter whether you believe in high rep volume training or low rep, high load training, keep in mind that your body only fires just enough muscle fibers to make a movement, to make a lift. So one key factor either way, whether you go high volume or low volume, is going to be taking that muscle as close to failure as possible, as safely possible. Doing so has a lot of other effects. When you use the maximum amount of muscle fibers, you burn off a lot more energy, a lot more stored muscle glycogen in the muscle, creating more room for those carbohydrates that you may be eating to be stored in the muscle. Therefore, they won't go to fat stores. You're also creating micro trauma tears that are going to need to be repaired, which is actually very costly for your body, that are going to be repaired while you're at rest, while you're sleeping. And the primary fuel source for muscle repair at rest are fat stores. Another thing that's going to do, that's going to signal your body that you need to be bigger, stronger, faster for the next time it gets into this situation, because after all, your body is literally a survival machine. When you get to failure, your body has now failed. It sends a signal. It's an instinctual survival mechanism that is going to need to be bigger, stronger, and faster before the next time you encounter such an emergency situation. So let's get into tip number 1, what you can do to increase the benefit with lightweight training, constant tension reps. So advanced training tip number 1, the constant tension reps. So no matter whether you are a beginner or maybe even an advanced lifter, you have begun to notice that there's a portion at the top of your movement and also at the bottom of your movement where there's no real tension on the muscle, where you're doing actually no work whatsoever. Whether it's at the bottom, you're in a relaxed position on a bicep curl, or you're locked all the way out at the top of a bench press, you're getting rest. You're giving your muscles a break. So what I like to do is I do what I call a 3/4 rep. You take a portion of the range of motion off the top and a portion of the range of motion at the bottom, and you stay within that shortened rep range, which is going to place constant tension. You will always have tension on that muscle that you are trying to train, and you also slow down the tempo. I like to use the 3 count on not only the positive portion of the movement, but also on the negative portion of the movement, and stay within that shortened rep range. And this is really gonna generate a lot of intensity with a lot lighter weights, guys. So here we go. Let's get in the gym and let me show you how I do it. Here we go. So advanced tip number 2 is going to be the use of acceleration. Simply put, you want to make the lift on the positive portion as fast as possible. You want to control your weight, control your load on the way down, a good 2 to 3 count on the way down, and be keeping in mind the whole way that when you reach the bottom and stop, your main focus is to lift that load as explosively, as fast as possible. You want to imagine yourself throwing that weight for miles, because the faster you lift it, the more acceleration you have through the range of motion, the more force production you're going to generate, the more intensity you're going to generate with the same amount of load. It takes a lot more force to lift that light weight faster. So that's what you're going to focus on. Now let me get into the gym. Let me show you how I apply it. Now again, of course, everything's relative. You don't want to just bang your joints every time. You have to stop at the top. But let me get in the gym. Let me show you how I do it. Here we go. Alright guys, advanced tip number 3, the use of drop sets. Now there are going to be a lot of situations where maybe you can get close to failure, but you're a little bit nervous, you don't have a spotter, maybe you've got barely enough weight to get close to failure, but not quite enough. Now what I like to do in these situations is I'll make use of a drop set. I'll take, say if you have a 50-pound dumbbell and that's all you got, you do as many as you can with that 50-pound dumbbell. Have a little bit lighter weight. Say you have a 30-pound dumbbell already ready to go sitting there by you. You do as many as you can with your 50-pound, and when you think that you can't get another one, immediately drop those 50-pound dumbbells, pick up the 30s, and do as many as you can until you reach failure, and you have properly performed a drop set. You have increased your intensity. You have maximized your muscle fiber activation. So let's get in the gym. Let me show you how I apply this. Here we go. Alright guys, so as with anything, I hope these tips have helped. Take everything into context. I'm certainly not saying that these tips are all you need to make you a champion bodybuilder or help you lose 100 pounds. As with everything, take it in context. These are tools that can help you maximize the benefits that you're going to get when you're in a situation where you have very light weight, maybe you're traveling, maybe you just don't have the right amount of equipment. Use these tips to get the most out of your workouts. I hope we have helped you in some way. Please give us a like, share our video. If you have any questions, email me at anchoredinmuscle@gmail.com. As always, please subscribe to our channel. I hope I've helped, guys. Thanks for listening.